If you haven't been here before, welcome. And if you have been here before, no you haven't. This is my first video. So hi, my name is Bella. I am a crafty individual and I like to make videos of me filming that process and all that jazz. So I thought it'd be fun to make a YouTube channel. I used to make TikToks and like do stuff on there, but I wanted to kind of have like a more serious platform, no offense, because I wanted to be able to make more like extensive videos and stuff, like me filming like entire processes of things, because I feel like it'll encourage me to do it more, and then I can share my ideas with the world, which is one of my favorite things to do. So yeah, welcome to my channel. I'm gonna be posting all sorts of crafting videos on here. I feel like my fucking camera's not straight. And then just a little bit about me, since this is my first video, I'd like to introduce myself a bit. My name's Bella, like I said. My thing is crochet, I guess. Like, I like to do other crafting, but my thing that I've done for my whole life is crochet. I started when I was like 10. I started knitting. Started knitting when I was 10. Moved over to crochet, and then I found which one I prefer. I kind of like can't even knit anymore, low-key. Kind of hard. Yeah, so that's my thing. I do like to do other things though. I like to garden, I like to cook, I like to paint, I like to do other things. I like to make people laugh. I like to look good on camera, you know. So yeah, I'm going to be posting things like that on this channel. So today I'm going to be making a patchwork granny square scrap yarn project. I have a lot of scrap yarn that I need to get rid of. It's like all acrylic yarn that's kind of like fraying, I guess. I don't know, it looks fuzzy. It looks fuzzy and it's not. I want to get rid of it just because it's not really something I would use to like sell. So I'm just making myself something out of it, and that project is a curtain. It is summertime right now. I live in a super hot area of the desert, and it's fucking, bitch, I'm hot. Bitch, I'm hot. So I wanted to make a nice patchwork granny square curtain to go over my window. I thought it'd be cute. And then in the event that it's not like doing justice as a curtain, I thought of sewing a blackout curtain onto the back so that it's actually like functional. So we will see if that is necessary. It might be, because like I said, I live like 2 hours away from Death Valley. It's really hot. But now I'm going to show you guys the squares that I've been working on. I actually started a lot of them. I like started this filming in the middle of the project because I felt like if I started a new project and then filmed that, I wouldn't do it all together. So we're in the middle of it. I'm going to show you guys the squares. This is the color scheme I've been working with. Got like a magenta, I don't know, the light yellow, a brown, Shrek green, a little bit of a lavender, and then there was some orange. I literally have like one strand of orange left because, like I said, it was scrap yarn, so I don't have much to begin with. But yeah, let me show you guys the squares. Okay. This is what we're working with so far. It's a lot. There's like 45 granny squares in total that I need to make. I think I have 43. Me crawling around on the floor like a cat. So I've got one more here and one more here to do. I did a few different, like, I could have done more different kinds of like granny squares. I just kind of didn't feel like looking up how to do it. I don't know, I'm lazy. So I did some like suns. I just did some like mixed colors. I did some flower granny squares, some hearts, some plain ones that I plan to put a cannabis leaf on. Yes, ma'am. And then this is just like a half curtain, I guess. Like, I don't want it to cover my entire window. I feel like it'll be really heavy too, which I guess doesn't matter, but I wanted like half curtain so that it's like I'm still getting sunlight in. My plants still have room on the windowsill. So I've already like blocked all of these. Some of them don't look blocked though, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it again. I didn't really follow patterns for some of these things. Like, I followed like a video on how to make this little sun here, and then I just like added the rest to myself, like doing the math, I guess. So I'm not sure everything's gonna line up perfectly too, because these flower granny squares have 16 stitches on each side, and then the regular ones have 12. So, and I don't feel like adding another row onto everything, because like, what, you know, why would I be like a reasonable person, you know? Who does that? So I'm gonna try and make it work by just sewing the squares all together for the size that they already are. Okay, so hi. Now I'm going to be completing the last 2 squares, and then the rest of the project is basically me sewing all the squares together, which is so much fun. That's really what I'm looking forward to. It's not gonna take that long. Totally didn't take me 2 weeks to make all this, let alone sew it together. Anyways, that's the next part of the project. I will be probably time-lapsing me doing the last 2 squares here, and then I will begin sewing it together. Also, for more context, this is the window I'm gonna be putting it on. So I don't like know if this is like even curtain friendly. So the plan was to just like kind of tack it over the window. I don't know how funky that's gonna look, but I don't really see that I can like put a curtain rod up there and hang it like traditionally, and like then I would have to add my trash. Then I would have to add all the loops and stuff that you would have to add. Okay guys, just a brief voiceover to apologize sincerely for whatever the hell this angle is that I chose to film at. But I did say I was going to include me doing a time lapse of the last 2 granny squares, and this is all the footage that I have, so I am still using it. Okay, I have completed the last 2 granny squares. This is what they look like. I accidentally made one that like looks just like this. It's just the other one has a flower. I don't know. I know it doesn't matter. Nobody's probably even gonna be able to tell, but like it bothers me that I have like 2 of the almost same granny square. Whatever. I'm gonna block the last 2. If you are a regular crocheter and you don't have something like this, I would really recommend getting something like this. They have bigger ones and smaller ones. I just got something for granny squares right now because it's what I've been working on. And I also have this lovely steamer thingy. It's like a fucking, what is it called? Easy Store Pro Steam and Fold. It's just like a Black & Decker like steamer. You can do it for laundry. You can do it for stuff like this. I heard that it is better to use like steam on acrylic projects to just block them and steam them than it is to wash them and stuff and, you know, do the whole thing. So I've been using this lately. I blocked all my other squares with this as well. It kind of stretches them out nice here. There's a few different sizes on the little rods that they give you. And yeah, I just kind of stack them on a little bit and go to town on them with steamer. I also have a very lovely pile of cut ends. I don't know what you want to call these. Scraps. They're really scraps now. This is my pile. I'm proud of it. I don't know why I collect these until I'm done. I'm pretty sure other people do that too. It's just like, I don't know. It just like makes me feel proud. Like, wow, that's like a lot of work, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna show you how I use this too. It's pretty sick. You literally just like, you just steam it. I don't know what else to say. Okay, I'm done steaming these. I'm going to let them sit for a second, let them dry, and then I'm going to lay them down on the floor, map out the final touches. I also still have to make my little cannabis leaves for the plain granny squares, so I'll be doing that next before I put everything together. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. Okay, so I have completed all the squares now. I just got to add my little leaves on the plain ones. And now this is the part of the creative process where I just stand here for like 5 entire minutes staring at it to make sure that I don't see anything wrong with it. Let me know if you guys do that too, if there's something wrong with me. Okay, so all the squares are complete and now I am working on the little weed leaves. I have one here on my blocking board. I haven't steamed it yet, but I'm getting ready to do so. I don't know how well you can see it. I usually use a little lamp right here, but it's like making weird lighting, so either way, I'll show you a better up close when I'm done with them. But yeah, aren't they cute? Okay, I'm sorry if that light is weird, but I literally can't see, so I kind of need it for 1 second while I show you guys this. This is the one I'm about to steam, and then I'm going to put the rest over it and then steam them one by one so that I don't have to like put them all individually on the board. This is like was hard enough to do on its own, and I will be doing it again, so yeah. Okay, my steamer warmed up. I was snacking while that was happening. Okay, these are the 3 squares that the leaves are going on. But can we talk about how, hold on, there's a hair. Huh. Can we talk about how annoying this is? I literally used this hook for every single square that I made. And all of my yarn is relatively the same gauge. Is that the right word? But they're all like a 3 or a 4, I think. But like all the ones I use are the same. And somehow these are like bigger than the other ones. I don't understand. Like what? Like what? Like I get that the yarn's like kind of bigger, but like not really, you know? Like I don't understand. I'm just hoping that they all can like stitch well together and they don't look all wonky. I'm gonna put these little guys on now. This is after blocking. They still have a bit of a curve because I don't know, I didn't really leave them on there for that long. Kind of don't care. Whoops. But yeah, there was like super curly before this, like a squid, like an octopus. So yeah, this kind of helps it. That way I can stitch it down easier. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use yarn or thread. Probably yarn. Probably yarn. It's so cute. This is a little more close up since I didn't get to show you that. Okay, so this is the final like placement for everything. I've decided I like how it looks. Here's the little leaves on their square. Got them here and here as well. I was thinking about stitching all of it together just with this dark brown color because it's like kind of the color I have the most of. But I'm wondering if it'll be cuter if I do like, because I'm basically going to stitch these 4 together, and then I'll attach them to a bigger piece. So maybe I'll do one color attaching these 4, and then a different color attaching these 4 to kind of give it even more of a pop. I'm gonna see how that looks, I think, because I feel like brown might be kind of boring, might kind of like dull down the colors that I picked. If I do too much brown, it just felt like a good neutral, but I don't know. I think that the little pops of color will look good because it already kind of looks like that throughout. So yeah, now it is time to stitch all of these together. Okay, so it is the next day, and the last dilemma I left off on was that I didn't know what color yarn to use for stitching my things together. And I have decided to actually just use a mattress stitch, which is like an internal kind of thing. So I guess it doesn't really matter. And I just wanted to give an update on that before I continue to do the rest of them because I literally stayed up all night trying to figure out like a way to stitch the granny squares together without it looking bad, and I just was not satisfied with it. So yeah, mattress stitch it is. So I've been doing the mattress stitch on these. I noticed they're like not fitting very well, so I took one and I like sewed them and then I guess lined it with like stitching, and I'm gonna block them again so that they still hold the like square shape, because if I don't do that it's gonna look really not like crisp when I'm done, and I do not want that. Okay, it is a new day. It is the morning, so excuse my pajamas and hair, please. Also, in case anybody noticed, I have a missing nail, and then yesterday I cut my finger open, so now I'm just like extra busted. I'm also really grown out on my... Okay, so today I'm going to be completing the task of sewing the squares together. I wanted to do an update on how that was going because not well is the answer. Okay, well, that's like an exaggeration, but it's kind of a B word is what it is. A lot of these squares that are bigger are just like visibly bigger. I don't know how well you can see this. Please excuse the finger. But yeah, they're like visibly bigger. I think I'm kind of blocking them pretty well to where they aren't like that bad looking though, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it looks horrible. But I found one that I accidentally made 13 stitches with instead of 12. So this one's just, she's a little big, okay? That's okay. I'm gonna have to make that work and try and like, I don't know, decrease a little bit. It's gonna make the stitch all puffy, but whatever. Or not the stitch, the square is gonna be all puffy, but Oh well. So yeah, I have like 2 more of these like little panel thingies to do, and then I've been bordering them as well, with different colors, because like, I don't know, it kind of adds to like the patchwork look, I guess. And then it helps it keep that square shape. I can like re-block it with the border on there, and then they're gonna be easier to join in the end. So yeah, that's today's plan. I've got like 2 more things to finish, and then I gotta add the borders, and then I will be able to sew all of them together finally after that. I am kind of nervous that this whole like piece is going to come out like bigger than I intended it to be. It's supposed to be like 50 inches in total, and it's like adding a little bit every single time I add an extra row. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to take one of these whole sides off in the end. We'll see, I guess, and then I'll probably just use the squares for something else, like worst case. But yeah, we will see how that goes. Bruh, I just realized like how much it looks like I'm not wearing pants. I have white leggings on. I don't know why, okay? I promise my legs aren't that white as well. Okay, hi. It is a new day once again, and hopefully the last/second to last day working on this. I've completed all of my squares. I think they look great. Some of them are different sizes, so like I don't think you can tell on a lot of it, and that was like the goal. Same with these big squares too. Like all of the things I'm going to be joining now aren't like exact same size, so we're going to see how it looks. The total length I thought was going to like be longer than intended, but it's only 2 inches bigger than I intended, which is fine because it's going to cover the window, which is like the goal, right? Like as long as it's not too small, right? So I'm going to join all these pieces together with a mattress stitch like I did with my other smaller granny squares. And then I'm going to show you guys the completely sewn together piece. Okay, minor update. It is the next morning once again. Don't mind that I'm still wearing the same clothes. Why? Mind your business. Here we have the first side. Well, I'm not gonna call it a side. It's like half. I decided to do like a 3x3 to sew that together, and then do another one, and then just sew the 2 together instead of trying to put literally all of it together in one go. That's just like unrealistic, you know? So I don't know how well you can see this because my camera is not facing me. Haha, wow, not well, I guess. Anyways, I mean, I'll show you the completed piece, but I'm working with this so far. I decided that I wanted to like sew in my ends, before I finish the whole thing, so that I end up just not doing it at all, because I tend to do that. I tend to get really exhausted from a project and then complete it and then not, you know, clean up at the end. So to avoid that, I'm doing it now. So I'm gonna go start the other one and hopefully finish up pretty soon here so that I can show you guys the completed piece. Please disregard my messy closet. But like, imagine this is like a little dress. Oh my god, imagine a little granny dress. Like, why would that actually be? Can you even fucking see that? But like hear me out. Okay guys, grand reveal. Kind of hard for me to show all of it. Kind of big. I think it came out great though. I also did a brown border, just like a half double crochet border around, and then I did some loops in case I like tack it up on the wall ever. Because this is honestly like kind of a tapestry at this point. Like it's a curtain because I'm using it as a curtain, but like be real. Like you could throw this on the couch and like pretend it's a blanket. It's just not very soft. Okay, so next step is hanging her up. Okay. New dilemma. I knew this would happen. It's very heavy, so it is sinking as I hang it. I've done a little more examining of my curtain rod thing that is over my window, and I can stick my hand in here. So I am going to make the loops that a curtain typically has. I'm gonna do a few of them, probably not too many because I'm lazy. So I'm gonna put some basically on each connection of the squares and have it connecting looped through here so that it is at least supported more, and I can fix the shape as well as, you know, so it won't look like this. Ta-da! What do we think? So I added the loops to kind of like hold on to the curtain rod. I just like made what, 7 of them? I made 7 of them, and then I like looped them through the curtain and then just tied them so that I can take this off someday if I wanted to and like use it somewhere else. So I can put it on my wall, I can put it on my couch or something, you know. I decided I'm not going to put the blackout curtain on there just because I just want to be able to use it for other things besides just a curtain on this window. I feel like, you know, it has more, there's some versatility here, okay? We've got some options. I want to keep it that way. I originally was just going to tack it onto the wall, and then it looked kind of tacky. And so I was like, okay, I used it as like a support system. I just held it up with the tacks, and then I put all of these little individual strings, and I can move them around. It's like not really like, it's not like a curtain like a normal one, but I can move them around if I need to. I don't need to, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the process of me making this beauty here. I'm going to keep it forever. This is actually the biggest project I've ever made, like completed, I guess you could say. I've been crocheting since I was like 10, and I'm 23 now, so I've, you know, got some years under my belt buckle there. I've just never really had the drive to complete like a large project like this. Like the biggest thing I've made is like clothing items or like a big purse or something like that. But nothing this intricate with like all of the color coordinating I did and stuff. And then it was also kind of like a resourceful project because I'm using scrap yarn instead of buying more yarn that I don't need. So now I can start buying like better quality yarn. I kind of wanted to quickly just go back through this basket that I started with that I showed you guys real quick in the beginning to show how much of the yarn I used. I know I didn't really show much of it in the beginning, but I'm pretty much down to just like scraps on some of the colors here. Which is the goal because I quite literally had no room. Like you see how much is left of this? Like I was kind of cutting it close, and I ran out of orange. I ran out of orange, had to use a different orange in the middle of this, which you can't tell, I have to say. And then I ran out of that too, so I'm out of orange. I still got a fair amount of my brown and green left, but other than that, I used a lot of scrap yarn. So now I can kind of get some nicer quality yarn, start working on some more clothing projects. I actually found the piece of orange that I had left. This is how much orange I had left. And then I wanted to show off, once again, my scraps. This is not all of it. A lot of it was yellow because I actually sewed this together with yellow. So a lot of that just got thrown away. But this is my cut ends. I'm so proud. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I can't wait to make more. I have more projects in mind that I just need to execute, and I can't wait to film them because it helps me, like really helps encourage me to actually finish the project. And then I like editing and stuff, so it's really fun to make my own videos. It's really fun to like film myself making my craft stuff. I don't know why that's like so fun, but I like to share it with the world, and like what better way to share it than to share the whole process. So yeah, subscribe if you care to see more of my face or my art or any part of me that you've seen so far. Pause. Just kidding. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time if you care to come around.